I've got a fun video for you guys today. I am teaming up with my bestie, Miss Leila Fox. We're going to talk about King Arthur Legends Rise today and the new Clan Wars. Very excited by this. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to be able to share with you how to get some promo codes. So if you're playing the game, you definitely want to stick around to the end, and I'll share that with you guys. But otherwise, let's enjoy spending time with Leila. Welcome, I'm the Deadwoodjedi, and I'm here not alone, but with Miss Leila Fox. I'm so happy to have you here. Thanks for coming over. And we're going to be talking a little bit about Clan Wars today in King Arthur's Legend Rise. And big shout out to King Arthur's Legend Rise for sponsoring today's video. I really do appreciate it. And I've actually had a blast doing this game. So it's a great way for me to actually get introduced in this game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the ride as well. Because what we want to do, I thought, would be talk about Clan Wars. My clan just got in. We are really bad, but we had the first war. So I have a small experience at it. Me and Leila have been chatting about this. We just did a video on her channel. So do make sure to go check out that after this. We looked at her account and kind of made some what'd you say? Like we came up with kind of like recommendations. There you go. No, that's the word. Recommendations for champions she should be building for Clan Wars as it goes forward. And on top of that, she started a new clan. I'm planning on jumping ship and going to that clan because I don't like mine. And we're gonna build that up a little bit. So if you guys are interested in joining her clan, it's called Fox Kingdom, I believe. And so we're gonna be competing over there. So it should be pretty fun. So you guys should come join with that. But hey, how you doing? Everything good? Life is well?
Hey, we are good, and I'm happy to be doing this with you, because if you guys had saw the other video, like Deadwood said, I literally created a clan. I'm lonely, so Deadwood's going to be my only friend over there. So if you guys would like to come hang out with us, that would be great. And we should have codes for you guys as well, too. I think Deadwood should have some codes. Yeah, that would be excellent to get you guys some goodies.
If I haven't dropped those at the beginning of this video, I'm definitely going to be dropping them at the end, so make sure to come check those out. But yeah, okay, look, let's talk a little bit about Clan Wars. I'm not sure how many people know this, but it's a new thing that just got added to the game. And my clan got in. I don't really know how, because I'm just floating in space there. Let me just drop myself so I don't look like I'm... There we go. Okay, not disembodied head anymore. Or, my body's hidden, I guess is a better way to say it. I don't want you guys to see me without pants on. The whole point is, though, this is the Clan Wars setup, right? And it's pretty basic, right? It's pretty, straightforward as far as how this works. We're just going to set up a defense in one of these spots, right? You go, okay, what do I want to do? I'm going to view the foothold, occupy a defense. And once you do that, you set up your team, right? You set up whatever 4 champions you want to use. Boom, right? I got it. They're set up. Good. I'm going to lock that in, and I'm going to deploy them there. And then every person can set up 2 defenses. They do have to be the same foothold, which, that's either pro or con, depending on how you feel about it. But, you set them up there, and then you kind of go, okay, who do I want to bring in? Who do I want to use for this? I'll go with more of a tanky squad here, and I'll set that up. And now I got 2 defenses, and then the enemy is going to try and take us out. These are not my strongest champions. I'm probably gonna have to redo that if I'm still here in the clan by the time the next fight is about. But yeah, that's the basics of it. And then when you're fighting, you start here and you just kind of move your way down from one foothold to the next, and you try to take it out. And one of the things, I don't know if you got a chance to see this, Leila, but we just finished the first one. There's actually some decent rewards here. I think from my contributions, I got 800 energy. I got I got a legendary shard pull thing. And so there's some pretty decent stuff. So I can go here, look at my contribution, right? Okay. Look at the current season. You can see I earned 9,000 points in my 7 battles. I'm very strong for my clan. The strongest in my clan. I need to leave.
I love seeing this, because already a question I had was, so I see a timer there, right? And then I see right above your head, it says a war schedule. So this isn't something that's ongoing? Is this like daily for open for like a period of time, or what have you seen so far? Because like I said, I'm noticing the schedule and I'm noticing the war begins and countdown there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is one of those things where they do this in seasons, basically. So
Okay.
for I think it's 3 weeks, I want to say, but you can see up here like 122 to 219. Over that point, we're going to be having clan wars. My guess is it's 3 weeks on, 1 week off, type
Okay.
of thing. That's my guess. They haven't given us a ton of information about this, but from I'm intuiting that. That's my guess. But during this time, we're going to face, I think, 6 different clans, and you fight 3 times a week, basically, right? So
I see.
we fight Tuesday, we prep Wednesday, fight Thursday, prep Friday, fight Saturday, prep Sunday, and probably Monday. So those are the battles we have. We already completed one, so we've got 2 more to go here. And it's, like a 24-hour period of fighting and then a 24-hour period of getting ready for the next thing. And then you can see your contributions. You can see the reward info depending on what tier you're in. And my group, we are in Bronze 5. We're at the bottom of the tiers. But you can see what you get. So just for participating, you're going to get a special summons ticket. This is pretty great, right?
That is great.
Yeah, it's not that bad at all. And then you still get, if you're MVP, I guess this is definitely going to be me. I'm going to get some gems. I'm going to get some more glory tokens. If you win, what is this for? Give to the knights that have participated, the amount received based on contribution. So like expected consolation prize. These are the ones for, the people that lose, I'm assuming. And that only goes up. And of course you have the war shop. And, when you consider it, like I have 13,000 coins already. Now, granted, I had 7 battles. Granted, there's nobody else in my clan even won a battle. And I did win all of mine. This is probably not going to be the case for everybody. But I just look at the pedestals, right? They're 800 a pop. I can get all that and still have some left over for that one fight I've done. The stamina is 5,000. So that's a little bit more pricey. Right. But you can get a lot of these things. And I think actually these summon tickets for the relics, those are, 1,000 a piece. I could get 10 of these right now and just fire that off. That's not a bad way to improve my account for doing something pretty fun and kind of out of the ordinary. So there's definitely, I think, a lot of decent rewards. And, I'm in the bottom tier, so I'm getting the bottom rewards. You get up to the top tiers, we getting some good stuff, I would say. So, yeah. It's not too shabby. It's definitely worth spending your time doing.
I guess it's worth pointing out to the viewers that are watching this is so you guys see the schedule above Deadwood's head that we had seen there. We're actually recording this on a Wednesday, which is why you saw he was putting some heroes in there. So technically the next battle is going to be tomorrow at the time that we're recording this, which is going to be Thursday. And also you did say that you had some recorded footage of what they actually look like and what the battles and fights look like, right?
Yeah, actually, we'll play some of that while we're talking here. But yeah, I did all 7 of my battles, and I recorded all of them. And it's nothing. It's basically arena, right? One of the things that you'll want to note with the defense setup is every foothold has some bonuses and some bonuses attached to it. Some single buff stuff, some global buff stuff, and you can. I think as a defense, you can upgrade those if you want to. They're not very insane. They're pretty minor. And they seem to be universal, changes. So the good thing as a defense, you can really, choose which ones you want to add to it. But, as an offense, the advantage you get is you get to see the defense ahead of time.
That's nice.
Yeah, you get to see not only the champions they're bringing in, you get to see the relics they're bringing in, you get to see their awakening level as well, and their level overall. So that gives you a little bit of a clue as to the types of teams they're going to want to run. It's not blind. It's very similar. I think we said this in your video. It's very similar to Siege in Raid in that sense. So a lot of it's just going to be, am I stronger than the other guys, or are they stronger than me? But yeah, I'm feeling, this was good for me in my account because I realized, hey, I need to get out of this clan. I need to go somewhere where other people are playing too. Because, when you're trying to do something like this by yourself, it's very disheartening. But yeah, when you can have a full clan being engaged, I think there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with it. You can swap around where footholds go as well, which is if you're a clan leader, you can be like, okay, we're gonna move this foothold over somewhere else, right? I think I don't know if I can do that actually, but you can, but yeah, you can change where it goes if you want to. So I could put the castle. I could put that in the front if I wanted to, and mix some stuff around, which is kind of interesting. So,
It's
kind of neat.
interesting. And I'm curious to see, because again, we talked about this is kind of like the first start for Clan Wars, right? So I am really curious, those of you guys who are watching, what your experience is with this so far. How are you doing? How are you getting your wins? Are your clans active and participating? Do people still not necessarily understand what's going on? Like, I'm really, really curious about that.
Yeah, I definitely have enjoyed. I've enjoyed it. Like I said, my clan is not really participating. The other clan definitely was, and that made a big difference in the war itself. Like, we got our butts whooped, which is to be expected to happen. But yeah, it was interesting. Like, you can definitely tell this is like the first time it's come about, right? There's some things where I go, I kind of wish this was a little bit different or that was a little bit different, but overall it's definitely a fun experience, and one of the things I really enjoyed is that you have up to 7 attacks. So even if you fail a couple, it doesn't mean it's all over. You can still keep attacking. And I thought that was really interesting because now it's like I'm going deep in my roster, right? It's not just my top 2 teams. It's like I got to go 28 champions deep, 7 teams with 4 champions each. It's a lot, and one of the things I was realizing as I was going through it is that, especially because I'm really low level, right? We're in bronze 5, so like who knows who you're facing. You can face some of these teams with just one really strong champion, right, and save the rest of them. And so being a little strategic is, I think, kind of important. Also, I want to make sure that I don't have just my best healers all in one group. Maybe I want to spread that out a little bit. And so there's definitely some strategies as far as you're going through it on the offensive part of it. Another thing that was really, really important that I just did not realize, you're going to get win points based off of defeating the foothold. You get win points for defeating the enemy, but the number is very, very different. So we can actually look at the results that I had, and you can see that it's like night and day when you just win a fight versus winning a foothold. Where was that? Records, rewards. There we go. So I can go here. You can see all my fights. So I got 100 win points, or 180 right here for beating this team. But when on my next fight, when I actually
got 1,080
because I beat the foothold, so you can see I got that 1,000 win point bonus right here, right? And so that is one of those things. You're gonna get 100 win points for beating a team, and then you're gonna get a win point bonus for defeating the foothold itself. And so to me that says I'm gonna want at least 4 strong teams, because that way I can beat both of the enemies I'm facing and the foothold itself and maximize my win points if possible.
Okay.
Right. But it can be a little tricky, right? It can be a little tricky trying to coordinate that with everybody and share that. I think as a clan, that's going to definitely be a tricky thing to navigate. Who gets the win points, who doesn't, who's sniping victories and that kind of thing. But I also would expect to fix that.
I like that strategy part of it too. That makes sense. So yes, you're going to get more points. Like, obviously, you're going to get points by beating one of the teams, but you get more points by actually taking down the structure. Because I noticed on the map, when we had looked at it, that there was 1,000 points for some of them, and the other ones had like 2,500. So I noticed that, and so I'm curious. Like, we keep scrolling across the right, so we have 1,000, then we have 2,500, and the 15,000 on the castle.
Yeah. So it definitely depends, like which, the idea, I'm pretty sure, is the further you go in, the more valuable the footholds are, right? You can also, like for the castle, you can actually add more defenses as well. And so like, that's definitely, I think part of the strategy here. Another interesting thing I found was if I started going down this bottom route, and once I started down there, I couldn't move. Like, even though there's all these little roads here, you can't actually go from the bottom to the middle. I couldn't. I got all the way to the end. I'm like, why can't I hit the castle? Because I can't. So that definitely has to be part of your strategy too. Is like, okay, where am I going? As I defeat stuff, I'm going to open up other ones to attack, but they are going to be in those 3 parallel roads. I'd be interested if they change that in the future to give you a little bit more flexibility of where you can go and how you can approach the enemy. But definitely that's interesting. And then when you have that, it's a win point condition for each team, right? Who gets the most is going to win the fight overall. And so you definitely want to get deep into their territory and take out as many of those as you possibly can. The castle obviously being the most important of them. But you can see we lost by almost 25,000 win points. It's embarrassing.
Right.
But yeah, like that's a big part of it, So pretty enjoyable experience though overall, I would say, for us. Well, for me. The rest of my team.
Yes, I haven't had a chance to do it yet. So hopefully when I start getting some people in the clan, we'll actually be able to start trying to participate and see how it goes for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to be joining soon, and that'll be great. And all these folks are going to be joining soon, so that's going to be great. And overall, we're all just going to have a really fun time. I do want to ask, though, I think, you know, before we sign off here, how are you enjoying the game as a whole? Like, are you enjoying King Arthur?
I do like it. And I like stories. I like lore. And I really like the story. I like the campaign mode on this. Like, if you actually follow the story along, it's pretty good. And I really like the lore of it, too. So I'm enjoying that. I love the art of the game. I like the synergies. So overall, I am enjoying the game quite a bit. I definitely find it to be pretty fun.
Nice. Well, and also has that adventure mode, which adds a bunch more like little mini stories and kind of carries that storyline on. So I can definitely see why you would enjoy this. Well, that's great. I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot too. I think as a raid player, I feel like this game actually in some ways has more complexity. Certainly at year one compared to raid at year one, I feel like there's a lot more complexity going on. And so I'm excited to see where this game develops and goes into. But hopefully you guys are all enjoying this as well. Leila, thank you so much for being here. It's always such a pleasure. Just like,
thank you for having me.
A treat having you. Yeah, absolutely, and that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna talk to you guys in a second here. I'm gonna talk to you in a second. But for now, bye, Leila. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, Deadwood, and bye, guys. Thanks for hanging with us.
Thanks so much again to Leila Fox for coming on and doing this and talking with me. I just always love hanging out with my bestie. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of information out of this. But as I said, there are going to be some promo codes. I'm going to send out a tweet probably about 10 minutes after this video went live. So if you guys respond to that tweet, I'll send you a DM with a promo code. I think the first 10 or 15 comments that will get a promo code from that. So make sure to reply and I'll send that to you guys, get some free stuff. Always a fun thing. But again, thanks for watching. Big thanks to King Arthur for sponsoring this video. And till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.